All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Achievement Apex. My name is Brendan Murphy, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 most important factors when it comes to your success in day trading or investing. So if you want to get an indication of whether you have what it takes to be a day trader or an investor, or if you don't have it, then what are you going to do to work on it? Okay, so the first factor for investing success is probably not what you're thinking. It's not patience, it's not experience, it's not determination. It's self-esteem. Now, you might be thinking like, what's self-esteem got to do with my trading? Well, everything. Everything you do in life, it comes down to your self-esteem, really. To give an example, in high school, let's say there was a hairstyle you liked, but people teased you for it. Did you change the hairstyle just because people teased you, even though you liked it? If you did, that's a sign of poor self-esteem. If you kept the hairstyle, even though other people teased you for it, that's a sign of high self-esteem. So you might be thinking, how does that relate at all to trading? Well, when you start trading, you're going to start losing money. And then the people around you are going to say, what are you doing that for, man? Come on. You're putting all this money in, you're losing the money, you're wasting your time. What are you doing? Do you believe in yourself? Because if you're going to succeed as an investor, you have to believe in yourself, because no one else is going to believe in you for you. You have to do it. It's up to you to make your own success. And if you don't believe in yourself, then you simply are never going to be successful. It doesn't matter if you have the best strategy, if you're disciplined, it doesn't matter. It's all useless if you don't believe in yourself. Let me give you an example. If you've worked your whole life for like a yearly income of 50 grand and you want to quit that job for day trading because it can make you more money, yeah, it definitely can. But if you believe deep down that you're only worth 50 grand a year, when you reach that 50 grand mark, you're going to sabotage yourself, because you don't believe you're worth more. So you might get up to 60 and all of a sudden you start thinking like, oh, I don't deserve this. Why am I getting this money? I didn't do anything to deserve it. And then subconsciously you're going to take bad trades, more position size or something, so you can give that money away because you don't think you're worth it. 1, you have to believe that you can do it and that you're worth it. 2, you have to have confidence. And 3, you can't have a fragile ego, because you're going to make bad trades and you're going to put all your money into the market. It's going to gobble up that money and spit you out a bunch of losses. And if you've got a fragile ego, that's going to hurt. But with a high level of self-esteem, you're not so attached to the amount of money you're making or the amount of money you're losing. You don't let your trading performance determine your self-worth. So when you do take the loss with high self-esteem, you can say, it's okay, the market's just giving me a lesson. I can take the loss gracefully, live to trade another day. And again, as I mentioned before, you need to be honest with yourself. Can you handle the fast-paced nature of scalping or day trading, or are you more of a long-term passive kind of investor? Because if you're an investor and you're trying to force yourself to day trade, again, that's a recipe for disaster. It might work in the short term, but over the long term, the stress is going to accumulate and it's going to blow up your account. And so that's why you need to have a high level of self-esteem when you're trading. A book that I read that kind of allowed me to realize how important this was called The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nathaniel Branden. If you think perhaps you're lacking in self-esteem or you just want to learn more about it, then you can read that book, because I think it's quite valuable. The second factor of investment success is having an open mind. This is a problem, especially for people that are just starting out trading. You'll often see like people that have like this trait of blaming other people for their failures. When they go into the market and they put money out and then they lose, they'll blame the market. Oh, the market's out to get me. It sounds stupid, but people believe this. They believe that the market's waiting for their trade, then moving so that they lose money. And really, it's not. The market doesn't care who you are. It's going to go the way it's going to go. And whether you have an open mind so you can listen to all the information the market's giving you and learn from it, is going to determine if you're successful in the long term. Because if you're very closed-minded and you're not willing to be told that you're wrong and that you're making the wrong choices in your trading, then you're just going to be beating a dead horse, so to speak. You're going to make the same trades. You're going to lose the same amount of money. You're going to keep saying the market's wrong and you're right. So you're going to do the same thing again, lose money, repeat until you have no money. Another reason you need to have an open mind in your trading is realizing if and when your strategy is not working. So let's say you make a strategy, you backtest it and you put it into the market and you start trading and it's not quite performing as you expected, but you keep with it because you know that it could have just been an unlucky day. And you keep doing it. A week passes, you're still losing. A month passes, you're still losing. At that point, maybe it's time to reevaluate whether your strategy is working. And that's when you have to have an open mind to go, okay, is there something wrong with my strategy? Have I made a mistake? Whereas if you're closed-minded, you're going to say, no, strategy good, keep trading. And lastly, you need to have an open mind to be in a constant state of learning. So as I mentioned in the self-esteem point, The market is constantly trying to feed you information. You need to be constantly taking that in and learning new things. Perhaps you'll be reading books about the market, about like market history, crashes, maybe books on psychology that can help with your trading. But all of this stuff comes together under the umbrella of having an open mind, and that will increase your trading performance. And then lastly, we've got discipline. Having a high level of self-esteem and an open mind means nothing unless you're disciplined. When it comes down to it, you need to follow your strategy to make money. You can't have a perfect strategy and then ignore it and expect to make money. Being disciplined in the market means creating a strategy, backtesting your strategy, taking in the information, adjusting your strategy, collecting data, keeping a trade journal, taking notes on your trades, and most importantly, doing all of these things consistently. One day of hard work means nothing unless you can be consistent and stay disciplined over a long period of time. And when you start to think like this, you realize that day trading's not fun. It's a job and you need to treat it like a job. And when you learn that you need to do this, it'll start paying you like a job. If you treat it like a hobby and you're just having fun, it's going to pay you like a hobby. If your hobby is painting, you pay for that hobby. You have to go out, you have to buy the paint, you have to buy the easel and the canvas. Or if your hobby is playing soccer, you need to pay for the soccer ball. You get the idea, right? It's not supposed to be fun. So take it seriously, be disciplined, have an open mind, have a high level of self-esteem, constantly be working on yourself to improve. And if you stick to this over a long period of time, you'll see exponential gains in your trading performance. Now that you know the 3 most important factors of investing success, it's up to you to go and work on yourself to fulfill your potential as an investor. If you liked the video, go ahead and smash like, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, visit my website, theachievementapex.com, all of that cool stuff. And I'll see you again in my podcast. Bye-bye.